fact, they reversed affirmative action, which was, I believe, and do me a favor, Bon, look up the year affirmative actions was enacted. Yeah, because I don't know that one. I need to know that what year. But yeah, all over here sometime. So and affirmative action was the right for you allowing blacks to come in, listen, on their merit. Because when I wanted to go to college, right? Because again, I told you where we came from. Some of our mothers and fathers many moons ago, and some now, they never went to pull their resources together to get their children into school. And they did it because they made sure they're born and so.
I'm ready for you.
Okay, go, please.
Affirmative action was first created from Executive Order 10925, which was signed by President John F. Kennedy on 6 March 1961, and required that government employers not discriminate against any employees or applicant for employment because of race, creed, color, or national origin, and take affirmative actions to.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so not from work, but school.
Oh, it says such as education.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
And employment. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. No, you're correct. Thank you.
And employment.
It got some more historical and internationally. Support for affirmative action was sought to achieve goals such as bridging inequalities in employment and pay increased access to education, promoting diversity, and redress wrongs, harms, and hindrance.
Okay. So affirmative actions, right? Because thank you for that excellent reading. I'm gonna tell you why that's important. Because on our sojourn here, after being taken from the homeland, from close to 500 years, right? We were still during this particular period of 61. I wasn't allowing you affirmative action. So if you work and there's you and 3 other white men, I need to treat you equally and fairly. And especially if I'm seeing your resume, right? This is a man who's qualified, well credentialed. He's coming with experience. $2 an hour. What's your name? Robert Splitting Gates? $12 an hour. What's your name? Tony, where you from, Tony? Okay, no, that nigga gets $3.
That's right. That's how I want.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But I got shut the fuck up. I'm the white man. You talk back to me in 1961.
They were still calling you colored.
Yeah, somewhat then. You know, you still had our young brothers. Apparently, they were tired of that. No, I'm tired. And we should overcome kumbaya. We ain't doing that. I'm done. Yeah, we know. And then they just took it there. Then you had the legal minds or whatever. So all right, so they enacted this law. Just recently, the Supreme Court, was the highest court in the land, reversed affirmative action. That same order and legislation in schools.
Wow.
Yeah.
That you come and then it's mind-boggling because you had black Republicans, my brothers, right? You know, who said. And there were 2 words I learned too, and there was different synonyms. Meritocracy and meritocracy, but has something to do on your merit, right? That you should be coming to school on your merit, not I should be giving you a favor to come to school because you're black, and that's a form of discrimination. Check out. I'm gonna tell you where that came from. Stratagem. So. Because you don't want to vote, because you pro-black. See, a lot of them show down. Because you weaponize the melanin of your skin. You didn't want to vote for these 3 brothers to get into office. So now John Splivengate got his people. Because you further didn't want to do that. Then I got them in here. You know, we need to protest today, and we will. Why don't you pull the lever? That's the old school. They do the electronic thing now, you know. Yeah. And just, well, okay, bet. Get enough of you together. 17 million plus.
2 million Indians.
Making a total.
19 million.
Right, here. I mean, that number's greatly different now, I'm sorry. That's a 1934 almanac, by the way. You know, so we know that number's great. Yeah, come, right? Because now, once I've got all my people in place, right, then when I become president, guess what I do? I'm able to appoint who I need to appoint in the Supreme Court, in the highest court of the land. That's the court. That's called the court of last resort. You know, after that, that's a wrap. I reverse that. The only time you get back into my court is you got to go through a series of arguments. And what he did was strategically, while I'm setting my people in place, then I'm gonna set other people. I'm gonna have them go to Brown and all these other historical black colleges and say, excuse me, hey, Mr. Tony, how you doing? I'd like to, my name is, Tony Parker, and I want to go to, I'm going to school. Well, we don't be trying to get Y Supreme, and your name again, big brother? Giffick, hit in school, right? Oh, okay, bet. And then when enough of that is done, then it shows that they argue that you were discriminatory, which you weren't. And that affirmative action was discriminatory toward whites also. So their legal argument that went all the way to the Supreme Court was that if you're going to get rid of discrimination like you did, then it needs to be all the way around the board. Oh, you see how crafty that shit was? But what you didn't see, because you so, that's what Allah taught us. And that's why I taught you not to be anti-white or pro-black, so you won't weaponize who you are. Right, you can see things clearly.
If Mecca did this.